As dominant as Nikola Jokić is today, not even a fortune teller could have predicted this. A decade ago, Jokić wasn't just under the radar. He was off the map. Basketball players are supposed to be long, lean, and explosive, built like gazelles with springs for legs. Jokić, he was chubby, slow, and gravity-bound. Yet somehow, the Denver Nuggets saw something on tape, enough to take a gamble. Not a first-round gamble or even an early second-round one, but the 41st pick in the 2014 draft. And with that, the Nuggets made the greatest second-round pick in NBA history. What's followed is a journey almost too absurd to believe. From a virtually unknown teenager to a three-time MVP, an NBA champion, and undisputedly the best basketball player alive. Nikola Jokić is the fastest player ever to reach 15,000 points, 7,500 rebounds, 5,000 assists, shattering Larry Bird's record in 90 fewer games. 3 MVPs, a championship, and a resume that already screams Hall of Fame before the man has even turned 30.
Jokić just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good!
But just when we thought he'd peaked, Jokić is somehow getting even better, averaging over 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists this season, the best numbers of his career. This isn't just basketball. This is basketball at its most ridiculous. And the craziest part, he's making it look easy. Let me show you why Nikola Jokić has me completely obsessed with how he's dominating the game like no one else ever has. Calling him the best player in the world right now doesn't quite do him justice. Jokić isn't just great, he might be the most complete player the league has ever seen. The man defies definition. You could call him the best passing big man of all time, but that's an insult. He's one of the best passers.
Nasty Jokić collects it behind the back. Oh!
Period. And while his playmaking takes center stage, it's only a part of what makes him so special. He's also one of the NBA's best rebounders, an elite post scorer, a knockdown three-point shooter, and a ball-handling wizard in transition. Oh, and he has this almost supernatural ability to see plays before they happen. So what is Nikola Jokić? A slightly smaller Shaq, a bulkier Dirk, a big Magic, a little Arvydas Sabonis. Honestly, trying to define Jokić is trying to explain what water tastes like. It just doesn't fit into a box. But for the sake of simplicity, let's call Jokić what he was originally drafted as, a center. The problem is, even that doesn't quite capture what he brings to the game. Where traditional centers are bruisers in the paint, Jokić is a maestro orchestrating an entire offense. Historically, big men weren't expected to dribble, pass, or create plays. But Jokić has flipped that script, often functioning as the Denver Nuggets' primary ball handler. His passing isn't just good for a big man, it's on par with the best guards in NBA history. Full court outlets, no-look dimes, threading needles through double teams, Jokić does it all, routinely making plays most guards wouldn't even attempt. Yet here's the wildest part. Even if Jokić played like a traditional center, he'd still be an all-star. Put him on the block and let him feast. Use him as a screener and pick and rolls, popping out for jumpers or finishing with his soft touch. Have him crash the glass, run the floor, and execute dribble handoffs. He could be an amalgamation of the best centers we've ever seen and still thrive. But the difference with Jokić is that he doesn't just do what other centers do, he does what no center has ever dared to try. Jokić has taken what we thought we knew about big men and rewritten the entire playbook, creating a new standard for what's possible. Traditionally, the center position has been basketball's simplest role. Be big, defend the rim, rebound, block shots, set screens, dominate the paint. It's a position built on physicality where players like Shaquille O'Neal thrived with sheer size and power, winning 4 championships and 3 finals MVPs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar used his finesse and iconic skyhook to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Hakeem Olajuwon combined defensive mastery with unparalleled footwork to dominate his era. These legends embraced the traditional center archetype, leveraging their size and skill to control the paint. Jokić, standing at 6 feet 11 inches and weighing 250 pounds, might look the part of an NBA center, but he's redefined what the position can be.
Jokić has it. Clock ticks, gotta put one up. Jokić for the win!
Speaking of which, let's talk about one of the most unique and defining features of Nikola Jokic's game, his playmaking. When you have the kind of vision and basketball IQ that Jokić possesses, playing like a traditional center would be doing yourself and your team a massive disservice. Jokić doesn't just create offense for himself, he's the engine of the Denver Nuggets' entire offense, elevating his teammates in ways no other big man in history has.
That's off. Jokić has it. Baseball pass. Porter's out there, and he puts it away. flew out of bounds. Water polo pass. Beasley. Score! Wow.
But these numbers go beyond mere stats. They symbolize Jokic's complete dominance on the offensive end. His ability to initiate and orchestrate the offense from the center position is revolutionary. Whether it's a full-court dime, a no-look assist, or threading the needle between defenders, Jokic's passing consistently creates opportunities that few players in NBA history could replicate. Even if Jokic weren't putting up career-high numbers in scoring and assists, his impact would still be undeniable. But because of his playmaking, his production has reached an almost surreal level, one that feels effortless yet unparalleled. It's why, when we talk about the greatest offense-generating players of all time, Jokic's name belongs alongside Jordan, LeBron, and the other legends of the game. The most remarkable thing, Jokic's brilliance has become so consistent, so inevitable, that we're starting to take it for granted. He's redefining what we expect not just from a center, but from a basketball player, and we're lucky enough to witness it game in and game out. But here's the thing, Nikola Jokić isn't just the best playmaker in the league right now. He's also one of the most efficient scorers. His soft touch in the paint, combined with a deadly jump shot, allows him to shred any defensive scheme thrown at him. Close in on him, and he'll casually find the open man because, well, he's the best passer in the game. But give him space, he'll punish you all day with mid-range jumpers or even step back beyond the arc. And if you try to body him up in the post, he'll just back you down until you start questioning why you even bothered hitting the weight room. Jokic's scoring arsenal is a choose-your-poison nightmare. Floaters, automatic. Turnarounds, cash, putbacks, easy. His jumper extends comfortably to 25 feet, and he's shooting an absurd 47.1% from 3 on over 4 attempts per game. Yes, that's the second highest mark in the league. So not only is he torching you around the rim, but he's also one of the most efficient three-point shooters in basketball. Think about that for a second. The best playmaker in the league is also shooting 55.8% from the field and 47% from deep. He can knock down shots over anyone, roll hard to the basket for easy points, or stretch the floor and hit threes like a sharpshooting guard. This makes Jokic the ultimate matchup nightmare, a big man who can do everything on the court.
Clock ticks, gotta put one up. Jokic for the win! Ah!
It's no surprise then that Jokic ranks as the most effective center in NBA history by advanced metrics like player efficiency rating, box plus minus, and win shares. And when we talk about BPM, Basketball Reference notes that a season with a BPM of 10 or higher qualifies as an all-time great year. Only 16 players in NBA history have hit that mark in a single season. But get this, only 8 individual seasons have seen a player hit a BPM of 12 or higher. LeBron did it once in 2009. Michael Jordan managed it twice. In 1988, arguably the greatest individual season in NBA history, and again in 1991. Now Jokic is on pace to join that exclusive club this season, putting him alongside the 2 greatest players of all time. Think about the company he's keeping. It's no longer just about being one of the best big men. We're talking about a player redefining greatness in a way we've never seen before. But here's the thing. You don't need advanced metrics to know that Nikola Jokic has mastered the game of basketball. Every time he steps on the court, it's obvious. He's just better than everyone else. From the top of the key to the rim, there isn't a single spot where Jokic can't pick apart a defense. When you combine his size, IQ, and versatility, the game feels like it's bending to his will. Or, better yet, there's almost nothing stopping Jokic from getting the exact shot here his team wants. He doesn't just read defenses, he solves them, creating brilliant offensive opportunities out of thin air. Think of him as the basketball equivalent of an NFL quarterback. If there's even the slightest window, Jokic will find it and fit the ball perfectly, often leaving defenders looking confused and helpless. When you watch him play, you're not just seeing basketball. You're seeing a masterclass in how to control a game, making every possession look effortless while elevating everyone around him. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about Jokic is how his brilliance transforms the Denver Nuggets into an offensive juggernaut. His IQ, skill, and vision are so exceptional that Denver essentially runs every possession through him. This approach has turned a relatively unathletic, by NBA standards, ground-bound center into the most unique and effective offensive engine basketball has ever seen. The numbers speak for themselves. When Jokic is on the court, the Nuggets have an offensive rating of 128.5, the best among all players who average at least 25 minutes per game. When he's off the court, that rating plummets to 97.7. The 30.8-point gap is the largest in the league by an absurd margin, showcasing just how dependent Denver is on their MVP. Over the last 3 seasons, Jokic has been the most impactful offensive player of the past 2 decades. Jokic doesn't just touch the ball often, he dominates possessions in a way that's almost unprecedented.
Inside, and Gordon is away.
This season, he averages 113 touches per game, the most in the league by a landslide. To put it into perspective, the Nuggets only average 100 possessions per game. So not only does Jokic touch the ball on every Nuggets possession, but he often touches it multiple times within a single trip down the court. This level of involvement is staggering and underscores his value. The burden he carries dwarfs even the responsibilities of other high-impact superstars over the past decade. He doesn't just contribute to Denver's success, he is Denver's success. When Jokic plays, the Nuggets' chances of winning skyrocket. Simply put, the Nuggets don't just rely on him. They are built around him, and he delivers in ways that redefine what an NBA center and an MVP can do. If stats alone don't convince you, just watch Jokic play. Pick any random clip from his games, and it becomes clear how he dominates every aspect of basketball, doing everything to help his team score. Post-ups are his bread and butter. Catch-and-shoot jumpers are automatic. Putbacks are almost guaranteed. Pick-and-rolls are a showcase of his control and precision. ISO ball is another area where he excels against anywhere at any time. His most devastating impact often happens when defenders think they've got him figured out. Off-ball movement makes him a constant threat, slipping behind defenses with perfectly timed give-and-goes or sneaky cuts. Screens are set with precision and purpose, creating wide-open looks for his teammates. His passing, however, is the pinnacle of his genius.
No looky pass!
Jokic's passes are deliberate acts of brilliance, blending creativity with pinpoint accuracy. A lob out of a pick and roll, a full-court touchdown pass, or a no-look laser slicing through the defense. His assists redefine playmaking. He doesn't just find open teammates, he manufactures opportunities that wouldn't exist without his vision and anticipation. Defending Jokic is almost impossible. He has options for every scenario, counters for every defensive scheme, and solutions for any adjustments. Once Jokic gets into a rhythm, stopping him becomes an unrealistic task. In so many ways, there's no precedent for what Jokic has done over the last 5 seasons, and especially this season. This season, the numbers are absurd, yet they've somehow started to feel routine. He's averaging 30.1 points, 3rd in the league, 13.2 rebounds, also 3rd, and 9.9 assists per game, 2nd in the league. Yes, you read that right. He's averaging a triple-double while nearly leading the league in all 3 major statistical categories. That isn't just unheard of for a center. It's unheard of, period. To put this in perspective, the only center who's even come close to such dominance across the board is Wilt Chamberlain. During the 1967-68 season, Wilt averaged 24.3 points, 23.8 rebounds, and 8.6 assists. And while there's some mythology surrounding Wilt's numbers, let's assume they're accurate. What separates Jokic is that we're seeing this greatness unfold in real time, in 4K no less. That same season, Wilt recorded 31 triple-doubles in 83 games. Jokic, meanwhile, already has 18 triple-doubles in just 36 games this season. And it's not just about the quantity. Jokic's triple-doubles represent a level of offensive mastery that transcends the center position. He's doing things no player, regardless of position, has ever done. Jokic recently became just the 2nd center in NBA history to surpass 5,000 career assists, joining Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who finished with 5,660 assists over his 20-year career. Jokic is only in his 10th season, and if he continues at this pace for even a few more years, he could obliterate the assist record for centers, setting a mark that may never be broken. At just 29 years old, his prime is still ahead of him, which means he could continue to improve in all areas of his game. His ceiling seems limitless. So the real questions are, how many more MVPs will he win? Will he collect multiple championships? Or perhaps solidify his place as the greatest center of all time? What are your thoughts on Jokic's dominance? Is he already on the Mount Rushmore of NBA centers? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more in-depth NBA content.